Hello everyone, this is the next video in my Excel Basics how-to videos. This one we're going to focus on the data in different ways to calculate and analyze and sort to help us better read our data. The first one, which is probably most popular, is finding the average. Now, there's several ways to insert a formula. So here I can either use this f of x tool here, and average is on my top list because I use it a lot, but I can also search for it. And when I say OK, it will even tell me how to fill in and what this means and what this does. And it's actually using my data here to find the average. I can just type it in myself. Formulas in Excel start with an equal sign. And they use capital letters, but Excel's so smart nowadays you don't have to. And I see it has appeared down here, so I can double click, highlight my data. And Excel also knows that I mean to put an end parentheses, even if I forget. I could also go to formulas up here, find what I'm looking for. And because it knows that this is so popular, I can come over here, click the drop down on my AutoSum and select average. And it assumes I want my whole column of numbers. But let's say if I wanted the average of all the data, I can highlight it, or I can just highlight what I want, and then the big thing, press enter. I could fill this across. I can just copy and paste if I wanted to, and just regular copy, regular paste, whichever way you like to do that. And notice it just happens to be the average is the same, but up here when I'm clicked, it shows me that that's not just 2.538, that is C3 to C15. So let's say Pete makes up this assignment. My average has now changed on the bottom. So I could fill it across. See how normally my cursor is this big wide plus sign. Then when I move it to the perimeter, it becomes this four-sided arrow, which will let me, if I click and drag, it'll let me cut and paste that value. But if I move it on this little black square in the corner, it becomes a bold-face plus sign. When it becomes that bold plus sign, I can drag and fill across. Let's say I gave a homework assignment and everybody got a 4. I can click on that 4, move to the corner so it becomes that bold plus sign, and fill it down. It also can detect more complicated patterns, which is good, like if you wanted to go 1, 2, 3, 4, start it with a 1 and a 2, highlight both. But let's say I want this to be my pattern. I'm going to type a 1 and a 5, highlight both, move it to the corner, and drag it down. And then it's going to keep my pattern of adding 4 each time. I'm just going to delete those. I might also want to find the average going this way. I'm going to come up and use this one on the ribbon. And notice it detected that it's horizontal again. If I wanted to find the average of the whole thing, I could. See how it actually did find the answer for me, equals average B3 to E3. And then I can fill this down and find each individual student's average. I also like to sort. So 48 was the minimum requirement for this total score. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to highlight all of my columns. I'm going to come over here to sort and filter. I can also go to data and sort it over here. I'm going to stick to my sort and filter, and I want a custom sort. My A to Z sort is really just if you're only sorting a row that is independent, but this is dependent. Now this has detected that my data has headers, and I can see my different headings right here. Otherwise, it would just have A, B, C, D, and I can sort by row, and I can either check this or uncheck it as needed. I want to sort by total. I can add letters if I wanted to sort by total and then by name or then by quiz or something, but right now I just want to sort by the total. And it has now organized my data. So I can see that these have not met the goal. So I'm going to flag them. And I'm actually going to sort back because I want it alphabetical. Can leave those kids on the top if I want. So this time I'm going to sort by name. Or I can sort by all different requirements, like maybe I want to sort by the most recent quiz. So I'm going to go over here, I'm going to go to quiz. And I can see, okay, well these were my lowest scoring kids. How does that correlate with my kids not in the right range? Well, this kid was a cusp kid, and these are really the lowest of the scores. And I can see for the most part those are my lower kids. And I look and I say, oh, okay, these kids, well, this one was the lowest. She probably didn't try, and I can analyze the data and look at it that way. Notice those cells I flagged are staying with those people as I sort of different ways. Another handy thing would be to add a filter. So I can go back here, or I can go to data and add a filter over here. Doesn't matter. And now what's happened is I could filter, maybe I only want to see kids who scored a 4. Okay, so these kids scored a 4. This bottom kid, top scores, always gets 4s. Maybe I want to differentiate for him and give him more challenging work. Or maybe I just want to sort for the 1s and see who is still not getting it. Danny's not getting it. He didn't get mastery on his GMRT. He's consistently getting 1s and 2s. I'm going to have to do something about it. Maybe I want the 1s and the 2s. And then if I want to, I can then take this, copy it, and paste it over here. Now it doesn't have my filters, and now I have a little target group to look at. So again, handy to help you analyze data. And if I want to turn that filter off, I can just go back. I can see how the icon's different here, so I know what I'm filtering by. Say OK, and I can filter by different things. If you ever want to get rid of these marching ants, you can just press escape. So, formulas on the home. I can go to formulas. There's some here. I can click on the f of x. I can just type them in if I know it. Filters and sorting. I can either go to data, or again, they're on my home ribbon under sort and filter. Thank you for watching.